Welcome to the South Pod, where we cover the storylines and the stats of the NFC South. This is our first playoff edition. Week 18 is done. We got a new NFC South champion, the Carolina Panthers. By default, round of applause. Round of applause for the Carolina Panthers. Hey, even though it's by default, my boy called it. He called it before the season started. So either he was going to be a big dummy or he was going to be right. And guess what? He was absolutely right, man. Shout out to Rich for having faith in his team, because I sure ain't got faith in my team right now. So before we jump into everything, we're going to let Rich have the flow. How you feeling, Rich?
You know, anytime you get an opportunity to win a division, man, it actually is a big plus to the organization, to those young team, members on there, including Bryce Young, T-Mac. But it's kind of bittersweet, though, man. You know, I had the records in verse. I said it would be, 9-8 instead of 8-9. And I do think that's kind of lackluster on the NFC South as a whole, that we got a playoff team in there with a sub 500, winning record. But we'll take our wins and our losses and actually try to go into this playoffs and try to actually build off some momentum that we had with that last game that we played with St. Louis, or actually, my bad, Los Angeles, and see if we can get actually dub at home.
Hey, absolutely, man. Y'all won with a 8-9 record, but it's been done before. There's a track record of mediocrity. If you go back to after we won the Super Bowl, our very next record was we went 13-4 with Brady. We lost to the Rams, in the Bruce Arians era. Then when they turned the reins over to Todd Bowles, we went to the playoffs 8-9. If y'all remember, right? We went 8-9 and we lost to the Cowboys in the wild card. But then we went 9-8 the next year. Philadelphia had a collapse, and we end up beating them, in the first round, and we advanced to the second round. Then last year we went 10-7 and ended up losing to the Commanders in the wild card round. So the 8-9 has been done before by this division, Rich. That's like the standard. That's like the standard for us. In order for you to get in, you got to win 9 games. That's the NFC South.
All right,
Rich. Go ahead, Kratos.
I like how you started off like, Mr. Goddamn Articulate and shit. Now go ahead and show your fucking true colors and be happy for your fucking team and stop fucking around. Be happy for the fucking Carolina Panthers.
Hey, man, it's kind of hard, man, to be, content with mediocrity. It's the same thing that, I tell my kids and everything, man, don't get actually content with being, mediocre. You always want to go above and beyond. So to say that I'm ecstatic about it, I'm not. I am happy that we have a playoff appearance, and I think that builds momentum for Bryce Young and some of those other young players on the team. However, man, that should not be the standard. Not for the Carolina Panthers, not for the NFC South, because then we'll be the laughing stock of the NFL year in, year out, man. So you have to actually play better if you want to be able to contend in this league with a bunch of dogs, man. So happy for the organization, happy for Bryce Young, but you got to do much better than that, man, by actually drafting some more key players to put around Bryce Young so we can go out there and be successful, because you can't think that this is actually going to be, even though we know there's a history behind the NFC South and 8-9 records and subpar records, you can't continue to think that that's going to be the standard. You're going to be able to actually make it through tough competition, because you're not. So that's why I say it's kind of bittersweet, man.
I get it. But look what happened last year with Bryce Young. Year prior to with Bryce Young. Then this year, he showed much better improvement. Bruh, you got to give yourself a pat on the back, regardless of if you're thinking that y'all played mediocre or not. Look where y'all at, and look where everybody else is. That's all I'm saying. Nah, Bryce Young, he did what he was supposed to. He went out there and he did what he was supposed to do, as well as the team itself. That's why I'd be fucking happy. Because I sure would have been fucking happy if we won.
Well, see, you hear that right, Rich? That's coming from a Saints fan. That's coming from a Saints fan who would honestly love to have an 8-9 record. Who they like mediocre down there. And since Drew Brees left, they are okay with mediocre. Getting 8 wins.
I like the fact that he's showing improvement. That's it.
So no, this is what it is. They weren't supposed to win. They were not supposed to win this division. We just gonna talk football.
Okay.
Tampa Bay and Atlanta were supposed to be the front runners. You know, Atlanta still has some uncertainty. Tampa Bay was built to quote unquote make a run. It's their time. They're not in a rebuild. Carolina is still building. So they playing with the house money right now. They have nothing to lose, period. They're ahead of schedule. They are way ahead of schedule. We'll see next year because they're gonna have a first place schedule. They're gonna have a first place schedule next year. So you got to factor that in with they are still building. They are still building and putting that team together. So anything they doing from this day forward is a plus. You know, and I want to credit coaching and management, you know, for keeping Carolina where they are, you know, keeping them focused on the task at hand. Because apparently Rich sat in some meetings with Canales, you know, and Rich came back. Remember, he came back when the season started, like, hey, Carolina's winning the division. And he said it so confidently that we laughed it off. Yeah. And look at it now. So shout out to his coaching and his management. But speaking of coaching, man, there's a lot of free agents out there. Some hot names. There's some hot names. It all started Sunday when they let Raheem Morris go. It all started when they let Raheem go and the GM, the coaching carousel, the doors of the churches were open and the teams were like, okay, yeah, we going in different directions, man. What do y'all think about Black Monday?
Oh, some of that was justified. Some of it was justified, especially if you let Telly tell it, bro. He saw for himself how Atlanta was supposed to be in the runnings for, you know, the top runners for division leaders or whatever the case may be. But after this performance, they was like, nah, they're not going to put up with it. And why should they? With the talent that they have on Atlanta and what I feel is good talent, why should they, as y'all say, settle for mediocre?
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, Atlanta had been to the playoffs in 10 years, man. Yeah. It's been 10 years. They haven't sniffed the playoffs. You know, so we all knew a change was coming. We didn't know to what extent because Raheem, the Falcons won out the last 5 games. You know, they won out just like the New Orleans Saints did. So, you know, usually when a coach wins out, you know, it's kind of like they bounce back. They ended on a good note. You know, they're usually like, okay, you got one more year. You know, make some changes in your coaching organization, and you got to prove it this year or you're gone. But this time, Raheem stood at the podium. He gave his press conference. Arthur and them hugged him. And a couple of hours later, hey, he was gone, man. So I get it. You know, Atlanta's one of them teams that the league has been dying for them to be in the playoffs. It's kind of like the Lakers, you know, even though Atlanta hasn't won anything, it's a big name. You know, to have the city of Atlanta in the playoffs is good, you know, for the NFL. So they've been wanting that for the longest. So he's finally said, hey, man, nah, we going a different direction, man. And I applaud him for pulling the trigger on that, man. Yeah. What you think, Rich?
You know what, man? You alluded to it. You know, when coaches actually tend to actually get, you know, hot later on in the season, you think that maybe I have another year to actually come out there and actually have something to build upon and actually, you know, go out there and actually do better next year. However, I'm with you. You know, I'm glad Arthur Blank did pull the trigger because you've been underperforming with a talented team, man. How much more are you going to take? You have a talented team, and like we talked about in the beginning, you know, this season, the South Pod is between Tampa Bay and Atlanta. That's where all the talent reside. Obviously, you know, Tampa Bay has some injuries and things of that nature. But, you know, like Ant said, it all boiled down to coaching. And you did a great job on the back half, the last 5 games, but you didn't do anything in the beginning. So it's kind of be expected to me. And, you know, with some of the other guys that's been dismissed, I'm curious to see how Atlanta's going to actually fill that void to actually maximize that talent that Atlanta has on that team, because Atlanta and Tampa Bay, I think, still are the perennial favorites in the NFC South. And like you said, Carolina is still building. The Saints are now starting to build. I think they got their quarterback. But Arthur Blank, kudos to you pulling that trigger, not actually listening to what everybody say. You guys got on the roll at the end. But you got to go. You got to make some changes, man. You got to maximize the talent on that team.
Absolutely, man. Because I think they saw it, because that defense is solid. They're not. It's not too many glaring holes in their defense this year. Ulrich came in and he did an excellent job, getting that defense together. So Arthur Blank probably thinking like, if we would have beat the Jets, or whatever, they would have been first place. They would have been first place. So you can't lose. You're supposed to win the games. You're supposed to win, man. You can't be playing around.
Absolutely.
You said that.
Arthur Blank was like,
2 podcasts.
Yeah.
Yep. Win the game.
Yeah, you got to win. You got to win the games you're supposed to win. You can't go in there playing around, man. And so Telly got his wish. They got Matt Ryan as their head consultant. That's going to be interesting to see, what moves they make going forward. Plus, they restructured Kirk's contract. So I don't know if Kirk stays. I think Kirk restructured it so he can go get another gig because there's some quarterback spots out there, teams that's going to need quarterbacks. And hey, Kirk showed down the stretch. He's still Kirk. He can get you them wins. He can get you wins when needed. So, Atlanta went in a different direction, and so did the big one that I don't think. Well, we saw it coming, but I thought he was going to have the opportunity to walk out the door on his own terms. Harbaugh, Baltimore, they let go of Harbaugh today, and I'm kind of excited. To tell you the truth. Hey, listen, if Harbaugh, a winning coach, a Super Bowl coach, finished with an 8-9 record like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he got the boot, there's no way in hell Toilet Bowles should still be the coach of Tampa, man. There is no way, and I'm hoping the Glazers were waiting to see if there were more intriguing coaches that were going to be out there, before they make a move, because he don't meet with the management till later this week. That's what they told us, whatever. Then you got Stefanski was let go. Yep. That's a hot name as well. And then the shock to me was Kingsbury. The Commanders fired Kingsbury and their defensive coordinator. Now you would think the Commanders would want to keep, some familiarity with Jaden Daniels and his OC. So there were talks that Quinn and Kingsbury didn't agree on how the development of Jaden Daniels should go and how the offense should be ran. So quite naturally, Kingsbury got head coach experience. They butted heads. So, Quinn said, hey, we ain't agreeing, so I'm going to let you ride out. But it's a kicker to me because he fired the D coordinator too. So.
Yeah, man, that was an odd one, man. But when you have alpha males and, Kingsbury having that head coaching experience and they're budding, I thought that he would stay around, man, to help develop Jaden Daniels. I mean, injuries, one of the big reasons why Jaden Daniels didn't actually play as well as he did the previous year. But the Kingsbury move, that was just kind of a shock to me, as well as the big one, like you said, Harbaugh, because
he said they still don't know what they want to do with Cousins.
As much success that man has had, like you said, to fire him after being the second longest tenured coach in the NFL, and Todd Bowles still got a job. That's very concerning, like what's going on with that organization. So I don't get that. The Kingsbury firing and the Harbaugh firing, I don't get those two moves.
All right. So, well, first off, I got to mention this because I told Telly this, and I didn't. I wanted to make our bet public. I told him that Atlanta was going to win. He's like, nope, Saints was going to win. I'm like, Telly, telling you this, y'all going to win. Matter of fact, little bet. Atlanta win, you got to take a shot. Atlanta won. Now, I just had to get that off of my chest. Now, as far as the Harbaugh thing, I don't know what they were thinking when they got rid of him. But again, like y'all stated, it opens slots for other people that might be needing a good head coach. The craziest thing ever for me. But hey, it is what it is. Coaching is one of them crazy ass jobs. You got to have a heart for it. If not, this is what happens.
Yeah, Pete Carroll was also let go from the Raiders. So I'm interested to see. Raiders are on the clock right now. I would say the Raiders are on the clock, man. They got to get a coaching staff in, and then they got to figure out who they're going to draft, whether it's a quarterback or not, or whatever. But with the coaching carousel happening the way it is, I think a lot of teams are going to be reevaluating their staffs. Those teams that didn't make the playoffs and been wanting an excuse to go another direction, they're probably going to evaluate their staffs. I do know Harbaugh was let go, and in less than 2 hours, he had 7 teams want to interview him. 7.
Oh yeah,
7. So Ty, I know you saying you laughing because excited about Harbaugh. There's a hot commodity. There's some teams that want him. You might not want him because you're an Eagles fan, and you thinking y'all gonna repeat, but you're not. But yeah, Harbaugh is a hot ticket. What you think, Rich?
No, I agree with you, man. He's a hot commodity out there, and looking at some of the coaching vacancies and stuff, who better to fill that job with somebody with the experience that Harbaugh has. And if we had a vacancy, I would want him. I wouldn't want to go to that job in Vegas because that's a hot mess. But Harbaugh will have a job in a couple of weeks, man. It's just a matter on what he's willing to accept as far as what they put together as far as his package that they're going to give Harbaugh, a certain level of control and stuff. But Harbaugh, out of all the coaches that was let go, he definitely will have a job in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. I mean, and I don't see him going to no rebuilding organization. I don't see that happening whatsoever.
He's going to go to a team that actually could contend. Yeah, they can contend, and if he stays in the AFC, look out Baltimore.
Oh yeah. I know he's going to be coming to gun. He's gunning for him because 18 years. You telling me 18 years? Where is some loyalty? Seriously, where is some loyalty? Because he.
I don't know. I said if he stays in the AFC, and the only job that's pretty much open right now is Cleveland. I'm not sure if he would take that job. But what I'm saying is, if he take the Cleveland job, I think they have some pieces that he can actually just kind of mold and actually build upon. I think Stefanski did a horrible job with the Shador project. I think that was actually, a setup in the beginning.
A way out for him.
But you got a decent defense, man. You got a solid bookends with Mason Graham and actually Myles Garrett, the new sack king. You got some talent on the offense. I think you just got to put it all together. But wherever Harbaugh goes, man, I think he's going to actually do a hell of a job. And any teams will be actually open arms to actually receive him as a head coach.
Yeah, I think he goes to a contender. However, the Giants were already on the phone. Before the breaking news, they were already on the phone. So, they probably throwing the whole kitchen sink at him like, you can have whatever you want. Yep. Just tell us, what the number is. Bring all your personnel, that's why Harbaugh is intriguing to me because Todd Monken is a good OC, believe it or not. Coming from Georgia, with his Georgia Bulldog background, he did all right with Lamar or whatever, but that's why he was brought there, because he's an offensive mind. So you pair him with Harbaugh, that package, man, you can't beat that, So I'm interested in seeing where he goes. If I was Harbaugh, Atlanta or Tampa, man, I know. Listen, I know the Glazers ain't.
Tampa ain't open yet.
Listen, Rich. I know the Glazers ain't gave Bowles the boot yet, but if I was Harbaugh, I'd be like, "Hey, what we doing, man? Y'all stop playing."
Now hold on, Rich. I'm gonna hit Mo with one of him. Come on, Mo. Come on.
Hey, Will. At this point, man. No, seriously. No, you're right. I don't see it happening. Atlanta's the more sexy
it is
right now.
Yeah,
it's the more sexier vehicle. I'm gonna just call it what it is.
Because that makes go ahead.
Okay. The reason I say Atlanta is the sexy pick. Nah, you ain't interrupt, Will. Look at what they got. Harbaugh likes a run game. He loves a run game. He loves a defense. So the only thing that they lacking in right now is, do Harbaugh want to take his time with Penix or Cousins, whoever, whatever they want to do. But that's the sexier
fit. The sexier fit for him. And he bring some people with him.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. If he coming, Monken's coming too. Also,
that's just
like you're bringing that whole coaching staff to Atlanta, man, and that's instant contender already.
Yep.
It's an instant contender,
That's instant
So
contenders. Ticket sales go up.
Yep.
Because that's actually, now that you mention it, Corey, that's actually a very intriguing matrimony. Harbaugh with the Falcons. When you look at the pieces that they already got, Kyle Pitts is going to come back. Drake London, Bijan Robinson. Hopefully, they bring back Tyler Algier as well, because that's a good 1-2 punch.
He's a free agent, Rich. He's gone.
Algier?
I mean, but
yeah.
Algier's gone, but get this. Listen, because I ain't got nothing else to do. We already out the playoffs. There's some good running backs that's free agents. Montgomery from Detroit is going to be on the move. Hello, Montgomery. Go on to Atlanta. You can a 1-2 punch. You used to be in a 1-2 punch. So
absolutely,
Atlanta is the sexier, gig for me. I mean, because Tampa, but you got too many uncertainties. You're going to need a linebacker, because Levante, I think he's done. Mike Evans is going to wait to see what they actually do before he decides what he's going to do, and he has that right. He has that. I don't blame him. I'm Mike. I'm in the office like, hey, like, if Bowles is back, I think I'm gonna ride this last year somewhere else and go try to win. I mean, because let's face it, man, Bowles reached his ceiling. He reached the ceiling. He's a DEI hire. He wouldn't have got hired by any other organization, but Bruce was his boy. So Bruce said, okay, I'm stepping down, whatever. And I'm going to let Bowles keep the reins, because it's all about continuity. It's all about continuity. So he stepped down. He's like, Bowles can keep the reins going, for me, whatever. That was a layup, man. He helped this boy out. That's clearly what that was. That's the first DEI hire that I will acknowledge of 2026. It definitely is. Because go look at his record. There's no reason he should be a head coach. There's no reason he should be a head coach, man. I know a lot of this is anger inside of me, but it's facts. It's facts behind this anger. I'm telling you. And you all know it, man. I done got text all day today, like, y'all still got Bowles? Like, everybody waiting. Everybody waiting on him for the domino to drop, man. Everybody is waiting. So, I mean, we'll see, man. I also think Stefanski is going to get picked up quick. He done had like 4 teams already to request to interview him. So, they out there, but they ain't going to be out there long. They're not.
So, one other interesting thing, man, I know me and Will talked about this a little bit. With the firing of Harbaugh and understanding that dynamic with Lamar, what does he do now? Does he stay in Baltimore, or does he reunite in some crazy deal? If Atlanta is the suitor for John Harbaugh, what do you think? How would that actually even work,
bruh? That would be wild. Yep. Yeah, everybody gerbil is running right now, like, damn. Yeah.
So you saying Lamar say, you know what? I'm out too, and he follows Harbaugh to Atlanta.
Yeah. It would, and with that run game, both all 3 in the back. You don't know where it's coming from. Or passing.
That shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening.
What would Atlanta have to get up? Because you have to give up something significant. So, just thinking outside, like, damn, like, how would that work, man? Because Lamar has a decision to make now. That Harbaugh is gone, and Harbaugh is going to take his staff. So we already talked about continuity, and Lamar wants to win as well. So when you basically strip all these things that I've been actually accustomed to for years, and now I'm actually pretty much in a rebuilding stage when I shouldn't be, what do you do?
Yeah,
that would be scary.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to speak that into existence. Anyway, Stefanski. Now Stefanski, that's going to be intriguing too. Wonder where he ends up. He'll most likely probably end up with the Giants. Develop Jackson Dart. Since he's an offensive guru, that if the Giants don't swing for the fence to get Harbaugh, I think Stefanski's the next in line. But that leaves Dayball out there also. That's a good hire.
Do you think
No,
Dayball is a good? No, it is, but do you think Dayball is a better fit? And because these are two teams that I think that would give him a chance, Cleveland and the Raiders. Where is he better suited at? My personal opinion depends on how the Raiders draft. Probably the Raiders. But I also think that you do have some pieces in Cleveland that you can build upon. And how do you go about doing that, though?
But is he ready for all that attention? Can he handle that attention? That's going to be one of the
man. If you in a big lights of New York, you can do anything else. That's a big market playing in New York.
absolutely.
So anywhere else, man, you got to be ready for the lights. So I think he is. It's just a matter of how is that contract going to be structured and what is the team actually going to do and actually show him as far as their commitment to winning, as far as drafting and actually going to free agency and getting the right pieces to go out there and be able to compete.
Dayball, yeah, he after leaving New York, man, he shouldn't have no issue, coaching anywhere because he was under the microscope the whole time. That's New York. I'm surprised Aaron Glenn, survived, still surviving right now.
Yes.
the season ain't over with yet.
No, it's not, man. That's why we got our fingers crossed. We waiting on a few more dominoes to drop, man. I'm telling y'all, your boy gonna be pissed if this motherfucker is still the coach, man. Because how do you justify that? How do you justify him coming back? Let's talk about it. How do you justify Bowles coming back? Your defense was last in every statistical category for the past couple of years.
And
how do you justify that? And you're a defensive coach. You're a defensive coach, and your defense been last. The only reason it's been covered up is because we backed our way into the division titles every year that he's there. And he made a comment yesterday when they asked him, is he worried about his job or whatever? Should he still be coaching? He said, well, I won the division the last 3 years.
What that mean?
You won the division the last 3 years. There's more context to that. There's way more context to that. You won a sorry ass division in the last 3 years, and you only had one winning season when you won the division. One. And you talking about because I won the division the last 3 years. Nah, man. This would be ownership malpractice if they give this guy another chance. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna fire your offensive coordinator. You're gonna fire the defensive coordinator. That's you. That's you and them, your people. So if I'm the GM and I tell him he can stay, but he got to change his staff. He kind of old, man, and he don't like to adjust. We all know that he don't like to adjust. So you bring in fresh new defensive minds that come in, they basically gonna be teaching you their defense. So now you're gonna be a walk around coach, like Jason Garrett was. You're gonna be a walk around coach, but he don't do that because he shows no emotion on the sideline. So he won't walk around. All you'll get is the defensive coordinator and the OC running the show, and he up there like this the whole game. The whole 4 quarters, man. Nah, they need new blood in the building. They need new blood. Like Rich said, we're not rebuilding. All they got to do is tweak some stuff and reload. That's it. But if you come back with the same dude, you already lost the fan base. Yeah. I mean, the whole league knows that, hey, that fall off got to be studied. Fellas, it's got to be studied. That collapse was monumental. You go 6-2, 6-2, and then 1-8. What? Are you serious? That's the Buccaneer way. That's the Buccaneer way. But we'll see, man. Who else y'all think is about to get this boot?
Well, shit, that star that we will not mention, they let go of their DC.
Eberflus. Eberflus was let go. We saw that coming. Good. Yeah, I forgot about Eberflus.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody's going to get him. We know this. Somebody's going to pick him up, and he might thrive somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's a good old boy club. They're not bringing in too much newness, from college or anything like that. Once you in that circle, You know, somebody, if you know, you foster good relationships, they'll bring you on as an advisor or something.
Yeah,
I
I
just
just
know.
saw.
Go ahead, Rich.
No, I just saw we was talking about we were also getting fired. I just actually looking up there. I was trying to look and see if Ty Balls got fired yet, which he hasn't. But the Lions fired their offensive coordinator as well, Morton, after one season. Yeah, they fired their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, it's a lot of movement going on. And, you know, some of the hot names they throwing out there is Kubiak, Shula, who else they throwing out there? There's some big up and coming names. I know Shula and Kubiak are some of the names that's being thrown around for head coaching positions, you know, whatever. And I'm sure even now that Liam Cohen is doing some things down there in Jacksonville, they're gonna start poaching from his coaching tree, you know. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, you know, after the playoffs is done and over with, you know, what's gonna transpire. All I know is this is 2026 is a decisional season for me as a Buccaneers fan. Because if Bowles is back, I will be what's the word? I'm taking a hiatus. I'm selling my tickets every Sunday. I get some money back somehow, and I'm just going to observe. I'll be an observer because I will not. You're not finna piss down my back and tell me it's raining. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, true.
I'm not doing it. So, but hey, coaches out there, we wish everybody well in their hunting. But we got some playoffs to talk about, man. We got some playoffs. The seeds are in, and our first games are Saturday. And how we feeling going into the wild card round? We got Carolina versus the Rams. What's that going to be like?
Well, we got to play much better than we did, man. The first game, the Rams pretty much led in every major statistical category. The difference in that game was the turnovers. You know, the Rams had 3 turnovers where Carolina didn't have any turnovers. Carolina had more penalties than the Rams. But those 3 turnovers were actually the difference in that game. That's why Carolina was able to pull off and win by 3. So we have to go in there with a better game plan, man, to be able to stop Matt Stafford in that passing game as best as possible. Devontae Adams should be back. We've got to limit that run game too, because Blake Corum and Williams, they both we're actually doing that part, and we have to establish our run game, man. We have to get Rico Dowdle back on track, as well as actually mix him up with Chuba Hubbard to be able to open up the field a little bit, where T-Mac and hopefully there'll be an Xavier Legette sighting, so we can actually have a chance. DB did his thing. That's a big piece that came back, you know, after injury last year, and I'm glad he was able to come back and play healthy this year and be able to actually be an integral part of that defense. But we got to actually go back and watch that tape, man, and limit some of the mistakes, the mental mistakes that we made in that game, which we should have lost, but we were able to pull it off. And like I said, the difference was the Rams had 3 turnovers and Carolina didn't have nothing. And it's a home game, man. We got to ride that home field advantage and get a dub for a city, because that'll definitely set the Panthers up for next year and have something positive to look for. Because no matter where we go, if we pull out the W, it's gonna be bad. So we'll hope we can get this win and create some momentum. But after that, you know, good season.
Y'all gonna have to come out there with clicking on all cylinders. Like seriously, all cylinders. Hey, Bryce Young can't come out that motherfucker like Willie Beamer throwing up and shit. I'm fucking serious. So y'all gotta be and that's from the time y'all get that damn ball, bro. Because the Rams coming with everything, bro, and the kitchen sink. You already know Stafford is gunning. He wants a reason. And you saw how the head coach looks. I can't damn think of his name right now. McVay, is it? Yeah. So no, he's hungry as hell. Y'all got to show how hungry y'all really are this game. So
yeah, man, the experts are only giving us 25% chance to win this game at home.
I'm sorry.
All I'm gonna say is what you say earlier when I talking about getting hardball, you said, cool, what you say, stop playing.
Stop playing, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Stop playing, man. This shit over. This shit over. It's clearly a participation trophy champion going to the wild card round.
Oh,
you hosting the game. It's just a matter of how the Rams are feeling Sunday. This game should not be close. It should not be close whatsoever. And I'm only banking it on Bryce gonna be in over his head. I do not see this game going the way it went that first round. But however, Carolina got a running game. So
yes. This is gonna be interesting.
I said, hey, that was my bias take. Now let me go and talk about it. Carolina might be able to get them. They beat them before, so they're gonna be confident. It's at home, and McMillan is playing. That's my rookie of the year.
Yeah,
it's between him and Show. It's between him and your quarterback, Will. But I get a nod to T-Mac, or whatever. If Show went through that interception against Atlanta, he'd be rookie of the year. He definitely be rookie of the year. But T-Mac is balling. He needs some help. I forget what's your receiver, 18 and 19.
Jalen Coker.
He done stepped up in Leggett's absence.
Tommy Tremble, the tight end, he stepped up too.
Yeah, they stepped up in Leggett's absence. They have, literally,
absolutely.
So,
but if we can establish the run game early and control the clock, keep Matt Stafford and that offense off the field, I think we got a good chance, man. We got.
I do too. I think you got a chance, but if you shouldn't win. I'm sorry that you shouldn't win. That's. I don't know how to spin it. He shouldn't win. It sounds good. It's cute. It's good for TV. Nah.
Punchline was a killer.
No, I mean this. Rich know it, man. He knows it. That's being a realist. They're not there yet. They are not there yet.
I'm also an optimist. So I'm always look,
he has to turn his camera off and shake his head.
I'm always gonna think, positive, man. And I mean, when you actually put those rosters side by side and you go position by position, it's very clear that you're looking at the Rams. You got a Hall of Fame quarterback, you got a Hall of Fame wide receiver on your team, you got another receiver, Puka Nacua. If he keeps on playing the way he is, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. You got two solid running backs. He is a dog. You got two solid running backs, man, with Kyron Williams, as well as Blake Corum. You got a dog on defense with Jared Verse. So they got a lot of good pieces, man. But when you look at Carolina, you got a bunch of pups. They're just trying to find their way in the world. A bunch of young guys. They're hungry. But they're still eating out of their mama's, paw. They're still breastfeeding. they haven't quite got over that threshold yet, and that comes with experience, which they're lacking. So this playoff, they're about to get. So this playoff experience is actually going to tell a lot, and it's also going to help them build momentum going into next season. So I'm always going to be an optimist, man, and I'm going to give y'all a score: 27-21. Keep pounding Panthers as we march into the second round.
Okay, I like that score, and I'm gonna see your score, and I'm gonna raise it 31-17 Rams. 31-17 Rams.
I was gonna say 21-19, something like that.
31-17 Rams. And I will say this is because what I like about Carolina is when the first full game I watched the Carolina was when they played Green Bay. Me and Telly was at saloon watching the game, and I remember there was a personal foul on they hit Bryce, even though Bryce was inbounds. I think he was jogging to the sideline and they popped him. They hit him hard, and once they did that, the whole team woke up. That's how they beat Green Bay. They woke up and it was like, oh, so y'all want to fight? All right. Them young boys didn't know that they were supposed to lose. They did not know that they were supposed to lose because Green Bay was supposed to be this juggernaut or whatever. Mm-hmm. So the moment they hit Bryce and Bryce got up and was like, yeah, okay. And then the whole team was, I saw how they rallied around Bryce. I was like, okay. And then they jumped in and they beat the Rams, whatever. They beat the good teams. So I don't think they're going into this game not being confident. But I just think McVay is too advanced.
That dude, yep.
I think McVay is too advanced, and the talent that he has on that team, Puka's all world, and Devontae been well rested. So we'll see what happens, but I'm still going 31-17.
Yeah, he's an older receiver, so I mean, we'll see how he comes back for that hamstring, man. And I think too, man, it's going to be hell of a matchup because we got two dogs at corner. They just got to show up.
Yeah.
J.C. Horn and Mike Jacks ain't no slouch. And and that safety, Moore, he's another dog. So those guys, everything has to be clicking on all cylinders, man, for us to go out there and be able to have a chance. But 27-21, Panthers.
So we got okay. I'm kind of with Rich. I kind of want y'all to win, but I'm not even forecasting that long because my logic behind wanting you to win was that if the Glazers were still holding on before they decide on Todd Bowles, like I wanted them to see like both of your OCs that left you are doing good and prospering, and you still doing the same shit. You trending down, and you are trending down, which means both of them saved you. Both of them saved you. Let's get it clear. Because Canales was our OC when we beat Philly and made it to the second round, and we played Detroit to the fourth quarter because the offense was in the game. Offense was doing their thing. And then Cohen, even though they lost to the Commanders in the first round, Cohen saved you last year because your defense, we were banged up. Y'all remember, we were banged up so much on the defensive side. So everybody was like, all right, Bowles, we give you a pass because your whole defense is shot to shit. So what did happen? Why your defense was shot to shit? Your offense putting up 40 points a game. Baker had the best best year of his career. And I said he threw for over 4,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, or something like that. And I told my guy, I said, you know what? That's his ceiling. He'll never get there again. 41 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. He'll never get there. This year he had less touchdowns by 20-something. So that's a drop off. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, we talking about Tampa more than we talking about anything else. We got Green Bay and Chicago up next. Ooh. Also. That's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah. Love going to be back?
He should be back. Yeah, Love should be back.
Playing.
Yeah, in that game. That's a big game, man.
Yeah.
And but I think Chicago bounced back and put a beating on them boys.
Yeah, I'm looking for Chicago to pull that off too.
Soldier Field playoff game. Yeah, they gonna be rowdy. Yeah, they're gonna be pretty rowdy. So if Green Bay can withstand the adrenaline of Chicago being back in the playoffs, I get Green Bay the edge. I get Green Bay the edge +3. Green Bay +3. That's what I'm going with. Because I think LaFleur and Love, they have chemistry, but I don't know now. Ask me again later on during the week. I might change it because Love is Jekyll and Hyde. He is Jekyll and Hyde.
I don't know who you're gonna get.
Sometimes you don't know where he's throwing the ball, who he's throwing to, what his mindset is,
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, you factor in that they don't have Parsons, or whatever. So nobody's really scared of their defense like they were. They're not.
And then you have Chicago, who had a bad game, but they were still clicking on them cylinders. And they're
absolutely
hungry. And Chicago is also young. So they're hungry.
Yeah, Chicago is young, man. I think Chicago
hungry
is a team that's kind of slept on in a sense. They have some talent. And I think one player on their team that's actually probably going to kill the Packers the most that everybody's overlooking is that dog of a tight end, Colston Loveland. No.
Oh, Loveland?
Colston Loveland. Watch, Komet's taking the back seat to Loveland now. So Colston Loveland is the premier go-to guy. Watch him. He's lining up. He caught 10 passes for 100 yards in that game. Not DJ Moore, Colston Lovin, the big tight
84
end.
to my 84. Yeah.
Yep. Watch him. And that's going to be the X factor in that game. Everybody should be aware of him right now. But I think that's going to be the X factor in that game. And I think that, once with Chicago too, to get that run game established with DeAndre Swift and Mana, whatever how you say his damn name, Caleb Williams be able to actually deliver that ball down the field to Colston Loveland. Luther Burden is another one. He's coming on, as well as Colston Loveland. So
we ain't even mentioned the Doomsday. We ain't even mentioned the,
I don't know if Adunze is coming back. Adunze hasn't played the last couple of games, but I think he should be ready for the playoffs. But if he's come back, there's no way this game is going to be close.
Nah, I still got Green Bay +3 right now. Right now. Right now. I'm not a believer in Caleb just yet. I think he might pull something and be the reason why they lose the game. When I said pull something, he likes to run around. He likes to run around. I think that's gonna get him in trouble in the playoffs. It'll end up getting him in trouble. But we'll see. Regardless, it's gonna be a good game. And then Sunday, Jacksonville and Buffalo. You already know I'm rooting for Buffalo. You already know I'm rooting for Buffalo. But that's just bias.
Sunshine though.
Yeah. Sunshine. Yeah, we know I'm actually going to that game. So we actually gonna see what's going on, with Cohen and Duval.
I say Jacksonville.
That's an intriguing matchup, but I gotta go with Jacksonville as well.
I'll go with Jacksonville.
Because they've been playing really well. And I think they just have more talent on their team than Buffalo. I mean, you can't really call, even though they are, you can't really call Khalil Shakur a number one receiver. That's all they got. That's all they throwing to. Your boy hasn't done anything from Louisiana, so I think Jacksonville kind of run away with this one.
Plus, I don't think they run away. I'm gonna give Josh the benefit of the doubt. Because Rich, would you agree with Mahomes out, with Lamar out, your two nemesis, and Burrow ain't even sniffed it in a while?
Burrow as well.
If you don't get it done now, if you do not get it done now, it's not happening.
No, you're right, Corey. And I think a lot of pressure is going to be put on him because he's well aware of that. Everybody's talking about that. This is your time to shine because those other perennial quarterbacks you just mentioned, none of them are even in the playoffs. None of them even actually sniff the surface of it because of their records of it. So for him to be able to not go out there and win, that's going to be a lot of scrutiny on him. But I just think he's facing a hot Jacksonville team, man, that's going to put that pressure on him, man. What's the end of his story?
But this is
when it's all said and done.
We know how.
Hey, little mama.
Yeah.
Hey, little mama. Hey, Kratos. Boy, I thought I was seeing things, man. You know what I was thinking? I was like, hold up. I ain't took nothing. I haven't taken nothing. Kratos. Man, the hairs on my arm stood up. I was like, wait, whoa. I know I did not take nothing. Hey, bro. Then I see his little head popping up. Hey, little mama, what's going on? Oh my goodness. What are we talking about, man? We're talking about Josh. Forgot, bro. Josh, you talking about Josh getting it done.
So, I don't, you know what, man? I think Buffalo just have this curse when it comes to the playoffs, man. It's like, it's something with Buffalo, man, getting to the playoffs, or if they get to the big game, they just crumble. 4 times in a row. We saw that when we were younger. And then here, it's just been, now Buffalo is good up until the playoffs. That's all we see. Now, if they can get across this first threshold with damn Jayville, then, all right, we may see something. But Sunshine coming out balling. The boys is balling, bro. So,
yeah, Jacksonville, hey, I told you my pick was only because I'm biased. That was the only reason my pick was because I'm biased. However, Jacksonville got a better defense and that they got a better offense. Now, mind you, the Bills ain't stretching the field, as much as we like to see. They got Cook, so with everybody focusing in on Cook, trying to stop Cook, that should open up the passing game. There's been a Gabe Davis sighting as of late, and you got to remember, Gabe Davis played with the Jaguars, and they shipped him back up to Buffalo, so he's going to come back with something to prove. I'm sure, him and Josh Allen got chemistry. He was there before, whatever. So they might be. I think they aired out a little more this game. They're going to be looking to stretch the field. That's if Cook is contained, because I know Jacksonville going to be keying on Cook, and they're like, you're going to have to beat us passing. You're going to have to. If I'm playing the Bills, that's how I'm playing you. Yep. You got to throw the ball. You got to throw it. I don't care. Cook is not getting off. No screen pass and none of that. You got to throw it. And, his tight end production and Kincaid and Knox has been so, whatever. So it's funny that the year that the Bills aren't at their best, we're saying is the best year for them to win.
That's crazy.
The year that they aren't at their best is the best chance for them to win the Super Bowl. Well, to make it. I ain't gonna say win, to make it.
You know why that is though? Because of those three quarterbacks that we mentioned. So everybody is already looking past all the other quarterbacks that's remaining in the AFC. Yeah. Nobody is looking at, Sunshine and Trevor Lawrence to do anything. Nobody is looking, at Bo Nix to do anything. Nobody's looking at CJ Stroud. Everybody's overlooking those guys because they haven't really proven themselves. So that's why they're saying, hey, the current NFL MVP, if he doesn't get out there and win right now, is this bust for Buffalo. So that's why everybody's overlooking all these other quarterbacks and putting all the scrutiny on Josh Allen right now, because he's a former NFL MVP, whereas all these other guys, they're still trying to find their way.
They're young, and then you factor that in, Rich. Every team that's in the playoffs, AFC wise, they bring in a defense.
Yeah,
they are bringing a defense. So you factor that in. They bring in a defense when you are lacking in your passing game.
Yes.
Yeah, all they got to do is pin their ears back, come get you.
Yes.
So it's crazy that the odds are really against him this year, but this is the year that he should get it done.
He got to be savage.
Like you said, because we count out Drake May, we count out Sunshine, we count out Bo Nix, we count out
CJ Stroud.
We count out CJ. Right. All of these guys are lightweights compared to him.
Mm-hmm.
So they like, Josh, you got to get it done, man. You got to be Cam.
Because if not,
you got to be Cam. Hey, Cam did it.
So the way I sum it up is like, kind of what Ant said, what Shanahan's like, there's only really like 15 legitimate NFL quarterbacks. And out of all the quarterbacks we naming, they're essentially saying, Josh Allen, you're the only one that should be here. So you should go out there and win. And that's not even the case. But that's kind of how everybody's looking at it.
Yeah, but
that's exactly how they're looking at it. Like,
he's lacking with his
go ahead,
offense.
Kratos.
He's lacking with his offense. And again, if he's lacking, and I already got a monster ass D line that's coming at you, you're gonna make mistakes, or everything is going to be some little five and outs, because that's all you can do, because they're gonna be on your ass, Mr. Postman. Oh yeah. So
not only that, is he 100%? He played that game just to actually extend his Iron Man streak. But is he 100% going into that game? And Jacksonville is going to be on
it. Exactly.
Well, at this point, really, nobody's 100%. So, but I'm with you, Rich. I don't think he's been carrying the team. He's been carrying that team this year. So I hope he got enough gas left for him in the tank. But it's going to be an interesting game. I'm still picking Buffalo. I'm still picking them. I got to, man. I mean, I'm gonna ride with Buffalo, but I wouldn't be surprised if all the big name quarterbacks are done, i.e., Jacksonville beats Buffalo, and guess what? We don't have Allen, we don't have Mahomes, and we don't have Lamar, we don't have Burrow, so it's got to be a new sheriff, and it's all lining up for old Drake May to do his thing, man. But I'm gonna throw a sleeper in there. I think the Chargers upset New England in the first round.
I want to see that happen. No, Telly doesn't. He hates Herbert. I want to see that happen though.
I want to see it. I think Los Angeles gets them. Hear me out. They got a running game. Man, Herbert been playing with one arm tied behind his back, literally. He got a broken hand, and he is balling. He is the reason that team is where they are right now. And they defense is so, whatever. But I like the Chargers going into this game. What you think?
I like the Chargers as well, being that that's my second favorite team, being the time I spend out there. However, I'm not going with my heart. I'm going with my head. New England.
Yeah, they are the hot team. They the Commanders of this year.
Yeah, New England.
Yeah,
and New England
is probably one of the most complete teams that's out there, man. They're well coached in all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. So I can't look past them and actually, until somebody shows me otherwise. So I got to go with New England.
I'm going with New England too, and that's only because I think New England has something to prove beyond the Brady and Belichick era. So that's why I feel they have something to prove.
I'm tired of New England. Chargers going to upset. Chargers are going to upset the Patriots. We're not having this conversation, man. Next game, Philly and San Francisco. Now let's talk. Right. I wish he was on.
Woo, I know, man.
I wish he was on. Because this one right here is hard to call. You got
San Francisco.
Hold up, hear me out. You got the 49ers, a well-oiled coached machine who has proven we plug and play here. We don't matter. Injuries don't matter. With next man up, they embody that. Next man up, Shanahan doing his thing, and they get the job done. But I think the injuries are too much to overcome right now, because then they lose old boy, the linebacker that was replacing Fred Warner. He got injured in the game against Seattle. So they got another replacement, in the linebacker position. So I don't think they have enough right now to deal with Philly. Philly's healthy. The defense is playing solid, and it's in Philly. I don't think they got enough firepower to make this happen.
Makes mistakes now.
Yeah, even if he makes mistakes, I'm with Corey, man. I still don't think San Francisco has enough to actually stop him, especially if Saquon gets started, which we know they can't stop the run whatsoever. He may rush for 200 yards on them, man. I think finally, the injuries and all these absence of these key players is going to catch San Francisco, and that good run is actually coming to an end.
Yeah, you factor that in with the schedule that they had this year. Like, hey, Shanahan, he pulled some out. He pulled a rabbit out. I think it catches up in Philly, and they got Philly by -4.5, to win this game. And I honestly think Philly was. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Philly was just sleepwalking through the season. They were sleepwalking through the season. They were a little bored. They were a little bored, and now it's time. And I think we see a totally different team offensively than we've seen from Philly, because the defense they've been playing. They're pretty good.
I'm gonna add 10 to that. I think they beat them by 14.
By 14?
Yes.
I think San Francisco is gonna pull this off. Number one, they're coming off that L with Seattle. They're hungry now, and now they have something to prove. Purdy for the most part, Purdy was doing good. Everybody was doing good. It's just little mistakes that caused the game. But I would not count the 49ers out. The 49ers are coming to play. they got something to prove. And I'm gonna say that for Ant. And I don't like the 49ers. So watch.
Well, the 49ers, just like the Carolina Panthers, they're playing with the house money. You know, like we said, they was banged up the whole season. You know, so and for them to be where they are right now, I'm surprised. I did not see this at all. I did not see it. But Philly pulls it off, man. Jalen is going to dominate. They're going to dominate in all three facets of the game. I can see it. I can see it already. So Houston and Pittsburgh is that last game on Monday, man. We'll all be in front of the TV for that one. That one right there. Houston -3.
That's
Houston
crazy.
-3. Over and under is 39.5. Does Aaron still have enough magic? They getting DK back. That defense is a monster with Houston. That's a test. That's a true test. If Aaron can get out of this round, if Pittsburgh can get out of this round, they will make it interesting going down the road. They will make it interesting.
If they make it out of this round, kudos to Mike Tomlin, that coaching staff, and the Aaron Rodgers. However, it's not going to happen. DK being back doesn't matter. Derek Stingley is one of the best cornerbacks in the game. He's going to guard DK. He's going to shut him down. And that defense that DeMeco Ryan has,
boy,
Aaron Rodgers, he's already playing with a broken bone. They're going to put heat on that boy. And I don't even think they're going to score 10 points. Belt to ass.
BTA. Rich, they're not going to score 10 points.
That if they score 10 points, that'll be it. They won't score more than 10 points.
Hey, Houston, man, them boys been playing, and I like that 1990s damn hitting that Houston been damn hitting with. So I'm going with Houston.
Yeah, I might need to hit DeMeco up and tell him to come out on the sideline like Michael Irvin did when Miami beat Ohio State.
Hey, 10 points, saying that they won't score 10.
10.
I'll take you up on that bet. I'll take you up on that bet. I think they score 10. They scored plus 10. They will. They're gonna score 10 points, Rich. Come on, man. You saying one touchdown and a field goal, or 3 field goals, or they only get 3 field goals?
It's going to be Chris Boswell. No offensive touchdowns. If they get a defensive touchdown, I lose. But well,
okay, all right. Well, that was the show, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, like, follow, share, subscribe, and tune into us next week when we come back and see if the participation trophy recipients actually make it to the second round, you know, or will he be sitting on the couch with us next week? My prediction is he's gonna be on the couch with us next week. So
filming the show, however, as a winner.
Yeah. Hey, y'all get out the first round. You better show your ass next week, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hey, I got you.
All right,
y'all. I'm out.
All right, fellas.
Peace, y'all. Peace.